times when you have to deliver difficult information, right? And you have to think about how I'm going to deliver the information so that people understand the severity of the situation, or they understand. So for example, you may be delivering news that, hey, you know what, we're not doing well, and because of that, there's a right sizing that has to happen. You have no choice but to deliver that news, right? And it's how you deliver it, right? I mean, some people would come in and say, hey, because of the fact that nobody did what they were supposed to do and we're behind in production, and I've been telling you for years, you guys people aren't doing what you need to be doing. So now you've just projected all the problems of the organization on those people sitting or standing there. Well, that's clearly not the right way to do it. But you do owe them the honesty of, look, we're in a difficult position right now. We need to continue to improve. We're going to have to make some tough decisions. However, I mean, we've got to find a way to improve so that we can, bring our people back. We can continue to grow again. We can turn this. And it's how you talk about that makes the difference in the world. And when you think about, so there's a balance you have to strike in your communication. You have to be fair and honest, and you've got to be straightforward, but you've got to give them a reason to understand that there is something we can do and what role I can play. And it's not just about them not doing well. It's about the organization as a group getting better. So I think that, I can see where Kobe, I think what happens is what makes you sometimes who you are is that you're more difficult on yourself than anyone else is. And so he probably sets a real high standard for himself, Kobe, but he has to look at all the people that he's dealing with. Motivating people, I always ask the question, how do you motivate people? And everybody always responds, well, treat them the way you want to be treated. Well, that's true morally and ethically, but not in motivation. In motivation, you treat people the way they want to be treated. You treat them what gets them. So for example, you and I, if we're both sports guys, well, then me talking to you with a sports analogy will click with you. Mm-hmm. But if you're not a sports person, you're a brilliant math person, right? Me giving you sports analogies just turned you off. So you have to get to know your people. And I think if you think about Kobe, that analogy, what they were giving him was probably saying, well, look, you're so hard on yourself. That's great, but that's not how everybody else responds, right? You know what I mean? So, people always wonder, like, what would Vince Lombardi be like with today's athletes?
Oh, man.
Right? You wonder sometimes, right? I mean, I had one.
Hey, Ma! I'm on TV!